rather than that, even though it belongs to that lot. Right. Sorry. Working one-handed is great fun. Right, now everything falls out. Right, what have we got? Germaline times 2. Here are these things. Second. Locked. Nice end. And they can lock in. So they're perfect if you've got to use them for sewing. And if you use them for sewing, nice to have something to sterilise them with. Right, emergency face shield. If you come across them, you know what they are. If you haven't, they just basically open up a sheet of plastic, one-way valve, you've got to do mouth to mouth. It protects you, not the person you're doing first aid on, but it protects you so you can't catch anything off them. Right, in here we've got a Gerber multi-tool. I think this is number 10 on his list. Handy. You got a standard knife, serrated knife. Here's standard. And if I keep on doing this, I'm probably going to need the first aid kit myself. Try and open this thing one-handed. There's a serrated. Screwdrivers. Small pair of tweezers. You can just see them there. Right, there's a. Right, we've got a sewing kit. Yes. Cheapy, but you've got needle, thread, little scissors, little tweezer and a couple of pins. Why do I keep it in there? Well, if you've ever had to stitch yourself up, you know what it's like trying to find what you need when you've got. So we have got safety pins. This kit isn't standard. I've added to it from another one. You've got your alcohol-free wipes. This time I'm going to put everything back into the case that they came from rather than. Right, we've got burns gels. Let's see what that one is. Finger dressing. Sorry, the light's not the best in this room for this. Right, in here we got tape, bandages, plasters, more wipes, more plasters. Standards. I'm looking for something in particular that you don't find in most kits. There's gloves and a surplus of gloves because I keep adding them to it. This kit was purely put together for my own use to patch me up and the one person I was travelling with. That's what I want. Emergency eye wash pot. So if you get something in your eye, you've actually. Now to get hold of these is an absolute nightmare. Now there's one shop, Wicks, they do their own cheap first aid kit. It's about £4, and in there you get that. Now if you go to the healthcare companies or the catalogues to get the medical supplies, that on its own is £2.99. I just bought the extra first aid kit and added to this one. Disposable gloves. Right. We have eye wash. Combined with that, great to have. Now that was right. These were actually part of the standard kit. That's been added to it. Right. More bandages. Another one-way valve face shield. Always handy. If you've got it, you're not going to need it. If you haven't got it, you're going to need it. Or you just catch it. More tape. This tape came with. This one is epoxy, which is why we added the other one. Bandage. Now this kit is interesting because it has the burns kit. Now if you're camping and working with wildfires outdoors, this is actually a dressing that's been soaked in the burns fluid, so you literally shove this onto a burn and it will help with it. Okay, not many kits come with it, that's why I bought this one purely so I'd have that with it, especially if you're camping. And the rest of it, camping, what we want about this one. In this case it's bugging home, trying to get home bag. Got more burns kits and larger dressings here. This is a very good kit as a standard. Add to it what you need. Okay, for me this is majorly under what I would normally carry in the kit. I overpack. I'll show you the first aid kit in the boot truck sometime. Right folks, I showed you the first aid kit that's in my bag. This one is in one of my vehicles, this one is in the other vehicle. Right, open the top quickly. I've had a problem with this one recently. The chainsaw that was kept with it has decided to leak chainsaw oil, and I got a lovely sticky handles. Right, in the top you've got your normal array of plasters, gloves, small plasters, that's 3M style, basically stick-on stitches. Spray plaster, eye wash containers, safety pins. First you got your disinfectant wipes, more gloves at the top. Instruction manuals, pad, and you got more plasters, more gloves, large strip plaster cut to size. That's what's in the top of this one. Right. These are iodine pads, approximately 2 inches by 3 inches long, soaked in iodine, a little bit of gauze, shove it on the wound and then put your dressing on top, and it will help with infection. Of course, this kit's designed for me and what I do, so I know what's in here. Me and other people I'm likely to use it on are allergic to. Inside the main compartment, we have more iodine strips. Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Still haven't got round to getting a tripod for this thing. Savlon spray, iodine liquid. Right, we have a main 4-in-1 emergency kit, bandage, painkillers. I tend to go for an extra because it's got paracetamol and caffeine in it. Emergency face mask. I've got Germaline, Rurex, eye wash. The eye wash container is there in the top as well to go with it. It's always handy to have one with you. If you need it, you got it. That's somewhere else. Right, we got dressings, 3M's tape, more dressings. Again, we've got the standards. More bandages, great bandages, great for spraying, strains and the rest of it. Again, you can go for this. Good quality thread. More bits and pieces. Right, that is actually a tube of bandages that opens up. Fingers, toes, anything like that, you can actually double wrap in. It works well. More bandages. Disinfectant. That was put in here before I got the litre of iodine. Alright, what we have here is 2 of these. There's 1 in the small first aid kit. There's 2 in this. 1 pretty straight, and 1 hooked. Ideally if you've got to extract something from a wound or whatever. But in this one is basically, I don't know how well you can see that, so I'll open these. You've got straight sewing needles, curved sewing needles, long. Basically you've got a decent selection of different needles for sewing up a wound with that. There's a lighter in here as well, so I'm going to sterilise it, plus we've got the rest of the bits. More wound dressing, wipes, pads and the rest of it. Triangular bandages, there's a shitload of them. Emergency foil blanket, different make to the usual ones I use. Another quick bandage. Selection box of plasters, just the top at the top if and when required. Burns gel. This one hasn't got the burns kit in. The pouch inside the bag has, but it's got enough there to keep you going. Right. Yes, there's a litre. Yes, there's excessive. But if you got it, hopefully you won't need it. It tends to be the mop I stick with for most of this. Chuck this all back in here quickly, and then we'll move on to the other bag. Durmalene suds, painkillers, and tape. Don't forget them. Right, so I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. I know people get bored when I rag it on for too long, so forget that one. Go there. Right, this one is in my normal car. Top side panels are empty. Got your wipes. That one's there. This is the one I carried when I worked the units. It looks a little bit more professional when you open it up. Gloves, safety pin, gloves, small plaster, safety pins, spray and plasters, wipes, eye patch, gloves, the selection of different plasters, they're all individually sealed, more wipes there, plasters, tape, more tape, small little annoying gold, but it's better than nothing, some wipes. Right, another one of the emergency wound dressing kits, that's damn good ones, and they're sealed and they're very handy. Right, yellow bag, purely because of working in healthcare when I was carrying this kit with me daily, was that's the bloodborne spills and the rest of the bags, anything that's got blood or bodily fluids on it got bagged up and chucked. Right, these things, again, trying to work one-handed, so you have my apologies. It's a proper first aid mask one-way valve. Very expensive, but with what I was doing, it was worth keeping that. You can also hook them up to the air lines in the ambulance for the oxygen system as well. They're fully compatible. Trick is, if you use one of them on a casualty, get a brand new one back off the paramedic when they take them away, because otherwise you lose it. More sterile eye wash to go with the container up there. Black gloves, they're black, and they're made for the tattoo industry. For some reason they go for black. Bandages, plasters, this one's a bit more of a mess, but this one was used quite often. More plasters, again, tubular bandage, more eye wash, non-woven triangular bandages, emergency blanket, more bandages. So this is the one I used to take to work. You've got people with tweezers. Their first aid kits in the units were absolutely shit, and the amount of time I spent patching people up. I used to get my own kit and then get them to reimburse me for what I used to use on the individuals. First aid instructions. Probably a dozen different of them in here. Right, they're all triangle bandages, more bandages. Right, iPad. For when you want to do the Long John Silver impersonations, you've got one there. There should be a few of each in here, to be honest. Yeah, there's another 3 there, 4, 5. Okay. Painkillers. Oh, codeine. Always handy, purely for my own use, not for anyone else I'll be working with. More I've had. So that's what's in the other first aid kits. As I said, I can't technically call them a first aid kit because there's too much stuff in them. It does come under a medic's kit, not a first aid kit. But as I always said, I'd rather have the stuff with me and never need to use it, rather than not have it and seriously need it. I ended up working with an individual who had serious self-harming issues, and the amount of times I'd end up patching that person up and the rest of it was on a daily basis. So if I didn't need this every day, you'd be surprised. Yeah, it's a nice little concertina box. So it looks nice, looks professional compared to the box, and I've left something out of it. Never mind.